This is SkyMed 911 medevac requesting priority.
We're from SkyMed. We need to get you to a hospital.
Tell Thompson we're coming in hot.
911, you are diverting for an emergency call.
The pilot, he's pinned. We're out of time.
You're working in an area of Canada that's remote, and it's difficult, and it depends on airlines and small planes and all kinds of things that we don't really think about down here, where healthcare is just, around the corner. What was it like when you were up there? What did you learn about the healthcare system?
I mean, I've grown up, I've born and raised in Vancouver. So these are never things that I've ever had to think about. And so I was very naive and sort of ignorant to that world. And then signing on to this show, we actually got to go up in a real airplane, and we got to talk to real pilots and flight nurses. And actually the show is based off of our showrunner's sister and her brother-in-law, who met flying medevacs. And so talking to them and hearing some of the stories and some of the challenges and hardships that comes along with the job. And I mean, it's like help and survival are thousands of miles away for these people. And, they don't, it's harder for them to get the healthcare and the medical attention that they need. And I never thought about that. And so definitely working on this show and hearing some of the stories, and I mean, even some of our storylines in the episodes, hearing that they were actually loosely based on, real events that happened, it was very, very eye-opening. And I realized just how, lucky we are, and how, we can't take these kinds of things for granted.
I'm Hayley.
Dibs.
Dust-ups, hookups, breakups, drunk-ups, roll-ups.
There's only us and what we have on this plane. This is the North. We make do with what we have, or people die.
Morgan, you play Crystal, and she is a veteran. Being able to speak to the victims or patients is so key when it's so on the edge. And I'm wondering if that's, obviously it's in the script because it was written by someone who did that, but did you observe that in the people that you came across in the research?
Oh yeah, so we were working with EMTs and doctors, and communication is so important for the people that you work with. I think in general, in any workforce, you're going to find that communication is grave for the job at hand. And I think that my character Crystal can find common ground with people, and she can find the heart of what the situation is. And I think that's what's important to Crystal, with talking to these people, talking in remote communities, especially in the communities that she comes from, that she can see where they're coming from. And I think that's what you'll find with a lot of nurses and EMTs, is that you're just trying to get them on your side. Even if it's against what they want, you're trying to find common ground. You're trying to find what they're kind of fighting for. And I think that Crystal does a good job at trying to find that and doing that.
Hayleys have had to train. The Hayleys never stay, and this one won't either. I'm a good nurse. What made you come up here? This may just be some fun adventure to you, but this is our lives. We take care of our own because no one else will. If you can't handle that, you shouldn't be here.
There's quite an important social aspect, of course, too, to the series, and it's about all of you living together in the same house and relaxing after very stressful days, and the relationships that you get into. And as Winston pointed out in the press release that he sent me, he called it steamy. And of course it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to let off steam, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And your character has so many sex scenes. So tell me about that. Did you have any reservations?
The bond that you create with people who are working in such extreme elements, and in the unforgiving North, where you're literally fighting for people's lives and you're relying on each other, and there's such a huge teamwork aspect of saving these people and making them feel comfortable and making sure that they get the medical attention that they need. There's such a teamwork and sort of family aspect towards that makes people inevitably so close, especially then going back to a crew residence and or like a crew house and all living together. So, and us all being young and, you know, so I think the dynamic of all of that, and like we also got so close while filming because we were all living in, we were actually like, all of us were actually all living in the same apartment building. And so with all of that being said, I think that when it came down to the intimacy for each and every one of us, it was pretty comfortable. I mean, we were all a family, so it is weird because, you know, we are a family and I think of these people as like my brothers and sisters, but it definitely made things a lot more comfortable. And because we knew each other so well and because we were so comfortable with each other, I think it is going to come across as really natural and authentic. We're telling these stories, but we're not making it about, you know, the hookups and the more intimate scenes. Like, it's just kind of a part of the world, but we're not focusing and making it, you know, we did it, I think, in a tasteful and classy way.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I can't imagine never flying again. It'd feel like a part of me had died.
You and I, we're supposed to have each other's backs.
I'd be a crappy wingman if I didn't tell you when your firelight is on. You gotta take the controls.
We have to live as much life as we can while we can.
Here we go. When Natasha's character shows up, you put up a wall. Tell me why.
For Crystal, it having someone who is coming up almost to her domain. This is, you know, her area. This is the area that she controls, and having an uncontrollable force come in who, you know, she's very new. She was in labor and delivery, and, you know, you see all these things unfold. I think it's just very deeply personal to Crystal because it's around her community, it's around her people, and having someone come in not having all of the same knowledge as her, it almost seemed like it was for Crystal, it was personal. It got personal. So she may not have handled all the situations in the kindest of ways. And you'll see, you know, our arcs it kind of changes over time, and you'll see all of our friendships kind of forming over time.
How does the wardrobe affect you as an actor, Morgan?
It plays a very crucial, it's very crucial to your character. When you put on your costume, you feel like you have become that character, that you are part of that character. I think it's an extension of your character. So when, you know, your costumes are on point and you have, you're able to give your own point of view on your outfits and what you want to wear, I think that kind of gives you a lot of, just a lot of confidence in who your character is, and almost building the character from the ground up. So, you know, wearing those flight suits, going onto set, you feel like you're stepping into the character, and
it's an embodiment. Like, I feel like when I put on my wardrobe, I feel like I'm embodying who I'm supposed to be playing. And we were also really lucky because our wardrobe team and our head of wardrobe, Noreen, she was so open to collaboration, and we all, I think, had a big say in what we were able to wear and what felt right and what felt authentic to our characters. And it's always really important. I think it's a really amazing thing when you get to actually collaborate and you have a voice and you have a say in the matter with whoever you're working with in wardrobe, because yeah, it's an extension of the character, as Morgan was saying. And I think it's really important when you feel like you're embodying your character and you're feeling like you're wearing what they would wear, then it also helps your performance too, right?
This is SkyMed 911 medevac requesting priority.
We're from SkyMed. We need to get you to a hospital.
Tell Thompson we're coming in hot!
911, you are diverting for an emergency call.
The pilot, he's pinned. We're out of time! Get him out now!
Is this the SkyMed crew residence? I'm Hayley.
Dibs.
Dust ups, hookups, breakups, drunk ups, row ups.
There's only us and what we have on this plane. This is the North. We make do with what we have or people die.
North challenges people, makes them grow.
Do you know how many Hayleys I've had to train? The Hayleys never stay, and this one won't either.
I'm a good nurse.
What made you come up here? This may just be some fun adventure to you, but this is our lives. We take care of our own because no one else will. If you can't handle that, you shouldn't be here.
All I ever wanted was to fly. I just threw it away.
I can't imagine never flying again. It'd feel like a part of me had died.
You and I, we're supposed to have each other's backs.
I'd be a crappy wingman if I didn't tell you when your firelight is on. You gotta take the controls.
We have to live as much life as we can while we can.
Here we go.